One mid-cap on our radar right now is UFO Moviez, stock up 3%. Kapil Agarwal, the joint managing director of the company, joins us to give us an update of how the quarter has gone by. Thanks a lot, Kapil, for joining us. First up, could you give us a sense of how many movies have you distributed in the quarter so far? What's the outlook for the next quarter as well? And at the same time, I remember earlier you had said that when movies run for long, it is slightly negative for you guys. And we did see some blockbusters coming in this quarter itself. So does that have a negative effect on the company?
Yeah. So, firstly, you see, annually we distribute in excess of around 1600, in the range of 1600 movies a year. So that 1600 movies, I think that number has been going up every year. So we started with 300-400 movies, now we are at 1600 plus. So it is difficult to tell you what happens quarterly, but annually, you know, because it is really not in our hands how many movies release every quarter. But overall 1600 movies get released in a year, and ours is more an annual business. So to that extent, I think that's where we are.
Your advertising revenue went up 37% in the first half of the year. Is that growth rate sustainable? Is there scope to improve advertising revenues even further, Kapil?
Yeah, so basically what we are looking over next 3 years is a close to 30% annual year-on-year growth in the advertising revenue. In the current year, in our estimate, we should be delivering in the range of around 40%. So you know, as the base keeps growing, but it's still at 29 to 30% growth over next 3 years it seems sustainable to us, because we are utilizing currently under 4 minutes of inventory. So there is a lot of headroom for us to enhance that.
Can that go up to from the current 3.96?
Sorry?
What's the headroom available? You said the current ad minute per screen is sub 4. To be precise, 3.83 minutes. What's the headroom available in 3 years?
Yeah. You see, today when we see the multiplexes, they are utilizing in the range of 18 to 20 minutes. So I think over a period of time, if we look at over next 5-6 years, we should go between 10 and 15 minutes. So there is a substantial headroom for us to grow. And I also come back to the previous question when you asked the question that when the blockbusters come, our business gets affected. Yes, the theatrical revenue gets affected when the blockbusters come, because we don't charge beyond a point from the distributor. We pass on that benefit to the distributor in terms of our charges. But when the blockbusters come, more and more ad revenue comes. So actually, it's that compensates itself. So blockbuster means the theatrical revenue or the revenue from distribution goes down, but the ad revenue goes up as the blockbusters come, because more and more advertisers do advertise.
Right.
So overall, that is where we are.
All right, so coming to your next growth trigger, which is the Caravan Talkies, movie talkies, you did indicate in your second quarter earnings call that by October, all the 80 vans will be operational. So are they operational, and what kind of revenue trends are we seeing right now? At the same time, what could be the margin impact in this quarter?
Yeah, so overall, we have currently 91 vans are operational as we speak, as on today. So we have actually already crossed that number of vans. This business, like any other business, is in the process of stabilization. So we are stabilizing this business, and in the long term, I think we see a lot of growth coming from this business. So that's where we are in this in Caravan Cinema. Because till last quarter, there was absolutely no revenue because of the monsoon season. So now the revenues have started growing, and in the current quarter, which is the Q4, we see growth in the revenue coming in this.
Okay. But you said in this quarter, at least it started generating some revenue. Could you give us a sense of how much that could be, how much you're expecting in the coming quarter, and then in FY17, when you get a full year of stabilized operations, what could be the revenues generated from Caravan Talkies?
I think we will be publishing those figures publicly in the due course. It is not possible for me to share the figures right now, but the quarterly results are just around a month away. So we will be publishing the figures, and you will know all the figures, and that is when we will talk about those revenues.
All right. Thanks a lot for giving us all those details and breaking that revenue picture up for us as well. Good luck for your third quarter results as well.